Hello my dear health seekers, Inga from Health Origins here, and today I've got an exciting recipe for you, is how you can make your own decaf coffee from dandelion root. So let's begin. So first of all, this is a great recipe to make for a healthier and caffeine-free coffee. So if you love your coffee but you want to enjoy it at night and you want kind of a healthier herbal alternative to a store-bought decaf coffees that are normally quite processed and not so good for you, then dandelion root comes to your rescue. So this is amazing. If you run out of coffee or tea, you can make your own, or just if you've got loads of weeds growing in your garden, you can utilize it. I love foraging food from my garden, so I've started going into the garden now since it's kind of spring, mid-spring, and I ventured out and I brought all sorts of things. So dandelion root being one of them, that you can make either tea if you roast it less, or coffee if you roast it longer. Also you could eat dandelion leaves, which could be a salad. You could also eat young nettles as spinach if you wilt it, if you cook it a little bit. I think I'll probably do another episode on edible foraging kind of plants that I know we could use. But today we concentrate on your dandelion. So it's a very useful little weed that, like I say, you could eat their leaves for salad, young dandelion leaves, before it flowers. Because once it flowers, once the leaves are bigger, then they become a bit more bitter. They're still a little bit bitter, but the younger ones tend to be all right if you mix it with with other greens. And then the root is amazing, I find. So what we're gonna need to do, we need to chop it up. So what I did, I obviously cleaned it really well, and I took off these little tiny miniature kind of roots from the main root, so that they are nice and clean, no dirt on them. And then basically we're gonna chop them. So I'm chopping them into kind of thin slices, if you like. So about 1/2 centimeter maybe thickness or so. Doesn't matter too much, just as long as it's a little bit chopped up smaller, because what we're gonna do with them, we're gonna roast them. So I've got my roasting tin here, and I've got my oven preheating on 180 degrees, but this is a fan oven, so it's about 190 or even more. So yeah, so if yours is not fan assistant, perhaps do it on 190 or even 195. And I'm gonna add these to a roasting tin, and I'm gonna roast them depending what I want. So if I want tea, then I will roast them for about 20 minutes. If I want coffee, you want to kind of roast them more, almost, so that they're brown, getting a little bit brown and almost burny. Well, not burny, but a deeper roast, and that will be coffee. And when I first gave my husband Mark a taste of this roasted dandelion coffee, I was going for tea, because I love the taste of dandelion tea. Is like waffle, the waffle cone you get for ice cream. I swear, the dandelion tea, if you roast it for about 20 minutes or so, once it's not, browned, it's kind of just slightly toasted and dried out, and you grind it in a bit of spice grinder and then pour boiling water on it, leave it for, 2-3 minutes to kind of brew, and then and then sift it through and drink it. Oh my goodness, it really tastes like I'm drinking liquid waffle. The taste is amazing, so I love it. So I was going for that, but actually I ended up roasting it too long because I've dehydrated them first and then I roasted them for about 25-30 minutes, and that's when it turned quite brown. It roasted much more, and actually when I've made what I thought it was gonna tea from them, from the roasted ones, it ended up like tasting and looking like proper coffee. And I gave my husband to drink, and he was drinking it saying, well, I can taste coffee but I can't taste dandelion. I was like, well, there's no coffee in it. It's just dandelion root. And he was like amazed how similar it really tastes like a real coffee. So so we're gonna put these in the oven, and we're gonna roast them for 20 minutes. Because I fancy a tea, but if you would like coffee, like I say, roast them a little bit longer, and then you will get the coffee taste. It gets a bit browner, a bit more roasted, and oh my goodness, the taste is exactly like coffee. So I've got my mum as a taste tester here today, and this is the roasted dandelion root that I've just quickly blitzed with my Bamix just to break it up a little bit more. Oh, it smells like waffles, I promise. You could put it, sliced up in the cup, in like a percolator like this, and just pour boiling water on it. But I've blended it up a little bit because I find it gives a little bit more flavor. So all I did, I poured it in there, a couple of teaspoons, poured water, about 3 cups, maybe 2.5 cups, and let it sit for a couple of minutes. And now we're gonna try.
Yeah, can try. Waffle.
Waffle. Yeah, my mum also agrees that it's a waffle taste, definitely. Yeah. And my mum tried coffee as well the other day, and she really liked the coffee. My husband, like I said, he was staggered that the dandelion root just tasted like coffee. So you could either have you can either have tea like this or coffee if you roast it for another 10 minutes, about 30 minutes, and you'll have a natural caffeine-free coffee from your garden or from a park. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this on Wednesdays, and meal prep for weight loss show every Saturday. And remember, food is fuel, so be mindful of what you put in the body.
And enjoy natural tea.
Yes, enjoy natural tea. See you next time.